Okay, let's talk about as-builts. The two basic as-builts that we do are the trench and the directional bore. Generally, the directional bore goes in first, and the trench is used for a tie-in, or if there's no need for directional bore, we can trench the whole way. The first thing you need to do is find the sheet you're working on. Okay? Find the sheet, find out where you're at, find out where the bore machine's set up. And there's plenty of fixed objects on this sheet. We've got road edges, there's a pole with an anchor, there's a telephone pedestal, there's all kinds of things you can find to get started. The main thing is you need to know where you're at. The next thing is, if your baseline is on the top of the page and your trenching or running line is on the bottom of below it, when you make your as-built, it needs to be the same way. On your as-built, the north arrow needs to be the same way as up here. On your to and froms on your as-built, you need to be there. You need to have what mileposts you're in between. Right here, we're in between 282 and 283. So you document a directional bore on a bore over 500 feet. We can take offsets, let's say every 40 feet. On bores under 500 feet, let's take them every 20 to 25 feet. Again, you get, if you don't have a bunch of running line changes and you have a bunch of call outs on your drawing, it gets too cluttery. Now, if you're going to have a bunch of running line changes, you're going to need to make call outs more often. And you got three pieces of information that's very important. You've got a station, you've got a depth, and you've got an offset. That will pin you down. Now let's look at this directional bore here. Excuse me. He's got his north arrow, which is, I assume, is the same as on the sheet. Our baseline is the existing EOP of State Route 471. Right at this call out, we start our bore at 48 inches. And we have an offset of, looks like 35 feet. The next call out, you see they ran at 34, 33, 32, 33. So all this information will get transposed onto prints. Next time, it's, and at the end, it's end directional bore. Down here are the notes. It's directional bore. You don't need place. 2 2-inch HDP, orange and black. And I would put the footage of this bore on here. You got your milepost to the left. You got your milepost to the right. You've got your from and to. When we're doing backbone relocations, we can do what it is on the prints. When we're doing small builds to customers, I like to use to the customer and to the backbone. Since this is a backbone relocation, I've got that note right there. There's my project number, there's the sheet number, there's the date, there's the crew, there's the inspector. Doesn't matter where the directional boring machine's set up. The begin bore is at low station, the end bore is at high station. Begin bore is on the left, end bore is on the right. When you do a directional bore, you need to draw a profile view. Profile view in Florida is not that useful because everything's flat. But if you're going under a hill, you would want to draw your hill here, and that would explain huge depths here. Likewise, if you were boring, there was an underpass under the tracks, say, and you were coming across here and you had great depths because you were up at the tracks, but your next call out, you're down on the street, there's going to be a huge discrepancy there in the depth between this call out and this call out. So if you have a good profile there, that explains the depth variations there. Other than that, it doesn't make sense. Again, we've got begin on the left and on the right. This is the same bore. Okay, let's spin past to the next bore. Okay, you can now see they got this one wrong. That should be begin directional bore on the left and end directional bore on the right. So that is wrong. That needs to be begin. So let's look at our tie-in. This station in depth and offset, which is, I can't hardly see, 686 and, oops, I gotta go to that one. There it is, 6 plus 86 and 33 feet. So when we do our trenching to tie in the bores, that has to be the station on the left. So let's see what we got. 6 plus 86 at 33 feet. That's very good, so it matches up. Then let's go down to this one at 693 and 33 feet. Let's see where the next bore begins. 693 and 33 feet. Very good. So this is accurate and matches up. Now, if you've got different depths and offsets, obviously the duct isn't matched up. If this one was at 33 feet and you began your trench here at 32 feet, there's no way cable would go through there because they can't be tied together if those are correct. And that's all I got on that. Let's look at a couple I did years ago. Okay, I did these on the computer just because I was learning and it was easy at the time. I've got the culvert we were boring for, the project number, the backbone. Got my north arrow to match the prints between Naples and Miami. This is a directional bore in rock. Begins at 48, ends at 48. That's great. And we got pretty deep there. And then let's look at the profile. I was too, again, these aren't spaced out correctly, so it doesn't look good, and I was too lazy to put in more dimension arrows in there, which is, they need to be in there. I'm going to expect perfection from my contract engineer. Let's see, what else can we look at here? Here's some more examples. Begin directional bore, end directional bore, from Hampton Oaks to the Cyber Center. There's the project number, north arrow date, directional bore 2-inch orange and 2-inch black. Again, I would have put the footage down here, and we're between milepost 1 and milepost 2. Okay. Let me think here. I guess that's good for now.